message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you. The Griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac Peyran and Palmerin de Lawnful. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our, surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. The tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
So, plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive? Fight them?
Palmerin wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency. But I expect they will be deaf to this.
Yeah, completely.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon hearing words of admonition.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all within our means to evade bloodshed.
Fine. Naturally, I'll help when Palmerin's rhetoric falls on deaf ears.
Excellent. Then we've but to wait for the rogues to arrive.
They're coming!
Hear that? Your bandits have arrived.
Let us go out to greet them.
Hark! Contemptible curs!
오, 정의감으로 똘똘 뭉친 우리 기사들.
They mean us?
I, Palmerin de Lawnfall, call upon you to repent. Set your hearts. Do you not see that they are blackened?
Regular punch and Judy here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
Right good jest, that. Had us a laugh. Now, fuck off or we lose our patience and you lose something else.
Nay, wait, Zorg. These lads are a lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity-like? Or do that thing where one spits fire while the other farts?
Noble Palmerin's giving you a chance. Now I'm gonna give you some advice. Do what he says.
Or what?
좀
Or you'll
쫄았죠?
find yourself fighting knights errant in the pay of the Duchess of Toussaint. And they eat scum like you with their morning porridge.
There's 3 of them. 2 turtled up in armor. We'll come back later.
Some wench sent them. Folk will say we's afeard of wenches and jesters.
Ooh, insulted the Duchess. Not good.
Indeed, we cannot let the affront go unpunished. I swear upon the Heron you will pay with your own blood. By the crane, villains, ready your arms.
이리스 한번 테스트 해볼까? 테스트 실패. 시뻘개져야 되는데. 너 도적부터 일단. 시뻘개졌지? 이때 하면 돼. 시뻘개졌을 때 때려야 돼요. 시뻘개졌을 때. 뭐야? 와우! 새끼들 좋아. 이디스가 좋은게 이거 아직 버그 안 고쳤네. 강공이 2번씩 들어가요. 문제가 강공을 때리면 데미지가 2번 들어가지. 그래서 사기가 없는 거예요. 원래 의도된 거야? 버그야? 시뻘개졌을 때 칼이 이렇게 시뻘개져.
Why do they not emerge? It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression's yoke from their lives.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
Ah, it is true what folk claim. In the north,
같이 갑시다.
no noble deed goes on.
와인 맛 좀 보러.
It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend. Come, Geralt. It's time we delivered our message.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
Is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious,
게롤트 왜 이렇게
which
띄워주지?
prey on the defenseless of this world.
명예로.
Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons.
Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her Illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
안나.
Shall you answer her call?
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever, and the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look
소환장.
at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses, bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite
얘 애들
different.
레벨이
To
높아갖고
my mind,
100레벨씩 막
these
이럴 거예요.
witnesses lie.
내가 쎄도 잘 안 죽어.
How many victims so
피통이
far?
많아가지고.
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants
내가
of
2회차
land and
해보니까는
fortunes in gold.
애들이 한
should you answer the
80레벨까지는
summons.
피통이 그렇게 안 큰데 80 넘어가면서부터 비약적으로
The beast
피통이
cannot be
커지는 것
tracked.
같더라고.
Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
의뢰를 받겠어.
I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract? Excellent!
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you, yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Ha! Then post haste to
Toussaint.
Toussaint.
Go,
To
go.
Toussaint!
색감이 확 달라져요. 습생감이. 약간 붉은? 붉으스르.
Sam, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
You will find Beauclair's changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
어우, 오자마자. 저 도대체 뭐야, 손에 들고 있는 거. 이건 버프를 해야겠지.
For my lady!
올리야.
Watch out! I kill a monster!
들어와. 아야. 항공 간다. 간다. 아, 실패. 기욤.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful.
발음이
nay,
약간 달라.
indebted to you
북부하고.
for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again.
The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived.
아, 뒤에
We'll
성
meet
너무
later,
이뻐 저거.
near Guillaume's tent at the Tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
돈도 많이 줘요. 인자도 상급으로 막 주고 씨. 이런 거 비싸지. 갑시다.
Move it! Brave kid, Guillaume.
Palmerin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
일단 강철검 받고 금화 작업하고 해야지. 근데 어차피 금화 만드나 이걸로 하나 어차피 한 방이야.
Why do you stick around here like a pitchfork in a
Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
Not so fast, Roach.
No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around, make sure they didn't miss anything. Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly.
저쪽 성이 너무
Let's
이쁘지
see where
않아요?
they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Got guests. Careful.
스키버.
For the glory of the great shall be.
아이고. 아, 이 새끼. 어? 와, 이게 거리가 말도 안 돼.
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went.
이와 이 새끼야.
Got guests. Careful.
I will fell you all, or my name is not Milton the Pirate Pirate!
왜? 무서워, 무서워.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
아이.
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it.
어디 있니? 발자국.
Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Look, the boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should
구경하고
ask
계시네.
there.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the
DLC.
water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be.
DLC가 들라크로아야.
Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
말 타고
Knight
갑시다.
in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
아 빨리 좀 와요. 갑옷이 무거우니까 그러지.
Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Long live the Duchessa Anna Henrietta. Tend to the beast. Kill her. Hey!
빨리 좀.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomrin's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
Dark secrets taint sleep.
Wait.
Fairy tale.
Ducal clerks looking for help. Could be good coin to be made.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pate?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the
리비아의
hunter.
게롤트요.
With whom do we have the pleasure?
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a
미쳐
master
업계의
of
마스터
injury.
소개가
He has questions concerning the beast's last
우리를 업계라고
I was the one
소개해줘.
to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
어 이쁘다.
Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Russell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Russell now bunks with his brother in Vicofala.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have to find
사실 지금 하는 얘기는 게롤트는 관심도
Such are the
없는데
times.
우리도
These
관심
knights
없고.
are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
시체 갈게.
Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the Tawny Grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort. Ha! Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the Palace Gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a
진짜 말 많아,
long,
얘네들.
complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local
필요한
history
말만
and
합시다.
tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
삐졌어. 어디 갔지?
Go, go.
저기다 포도 농장이죠 이거.
Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry.
싸움 소리?
Let's go.
Giddy up.
이게 이제 내 집 될 거야 여기가. 아까 여기 이 집에 경매로 팔렸다 그랬잖아요. 내가 여기 인수인계 받을 거야.
Damn it. Killer must still be here. Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs.
뭐지?
In the cellar. Gotta be. Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart. Rever Muck carried the body in his cart. Footprints. Small bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Fell down the stairs, broke his neck. Hurled against the wall with great force. Took a lot of strength to batter this down.
아, 새 집인데 그 시체들이. 언제 다 치워? 어우.
You. Saw you at the inn. Why'd you kill these people? Clearly wasn't for their blood. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong. I cannot let you leave.
Vampire. 와! 항공을 피했어? 아, 어디다 쏘니? 아, 짜증나네. 어우 쉣. 어우 쉣. 들어와. 한 방 남았지? 무조건 상급이야.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
가슴.
Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare. Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing. Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later.
아, 저거 무서워서 어떻게 만지지 저걸? 움직이는데.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
근데 여기 집이 조금 좀 약간 중구난방이야. 저택이 아니라서. 나중에 우리 집 돼도 이상하게 정이 안 가. 저기 가자 좀.
Take it easy.
대회에 있다 그랬나?
Do monsters mama
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Store is done. Go find your parents.
But the Tamarine. What about the story of Ritik and the dragon?
A tale's for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Richard, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
강한 쪽이 이긴단다.
Much as we might not like it, virtue's got nothing to do with it. Victory
제대로
comes to the
알려줘야지.
stronger.
So, is there no point to being virtuous?
Not what I said.
Then what's needed to vanquish villains?
A sharp sword and some skill.
But what if there's lots of villains and they're sharp swords too?
현실을 알려줘야지.
That's where virtue starts to matter. Because they say the gods reward the virtuous after death.
Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry,
저 뒤에 사람
we'll
왜
be in time to
울지?
speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As we'll soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shenmore? And some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
괴물을 저런 식으로 고문해서는 안 돼.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells dancing from the grass?
It's your monster. You, a witcher.
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this. Let's go.
Let's go.
가방 무거워 보여.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
비비안 이쁘지. 아이씨.
It's begun.
닥쳐 이씨.
The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Got a bad feeling about this.
하나 날라갔어. 뭐야, 날로 먹으려 그래. 풀렸어요. 위험합니다.
We have to help him.
아, 그게 또 나야.
Gotta keep it down.
In one mighty pound to give fight to the beast.
남자 왜 피도 안 달지? 와! 돼질 뻔했네.
The Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade.
상약 먹고 있어서 안 죽는 거예요. 이거. 상약 안 먹었으면 죽었을 걸.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed.
걔를 죽이라고. 아, 왜 또 보여줘. 아이씨.
It suffered enough.
The monster lies slain! The fight is done! Praised be the victors!
Guillaume.
The lad's condemned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
위에는 물 건너 갔어.
Keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She blinches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck
Vivian.
upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
아, 됐다. 의뢰만 얘기하자.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him.
불쌍해, 쉘마를.
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
산델라이프는
Yes.
애인이었거든.
I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings.
두 가지가 필요해.
I examined the
정보.
body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively.
돈도 많이 줘요, 이 나라는.
Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand
에?
that which you find at
갑자기
home,
웬
yet did not
의외성의
expect?
법칙? 상상은 아닙니다.
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the
아까 갔던 농장.
Corvo Bianco, and the sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this
집을 주는데 당연히 해야지.
Title to the vineyard
같은
shall be
시대에.
given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it?
집문서를 바로 줘요.
The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information.
희생자에
How
대해
did it
얘기해
start?
주시오.
Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
두 번째 희생자에 대해 말해 주시오.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to
여왕님
our
안 늙어.
father, the Duke.
15번.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern
DLC경.
times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinch.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the fourth virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
게롤트야.
Let's think.
추론 쩔어.
At the moment, all the knights are either at the
딱 봐도
tourney
귀요미인데?
grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure
밀튼인가?
why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed the knightly team. It was years ago, but...
Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my
좀 겁나
palace.
이뻐.
Horses? Ready our horses!
똥 밟으셨나?
Your Grace!
어딜 쳐다봐 이 새끼.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled.
여왕님이 매력이 장난 아니야.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
한번 잡는 거였는데.